You can actually buy real estate with zero money, no credit, nothing. This is real. This is how I built a real business. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I bought not only one property with no money down, actually, I bought 150 of them with no money down, none of my own money. Sound interesting? Do I have your attention?
May I have your attention, please?
Do you understand the benefits of owning real estate and getting wealthy? And are you looking to become a real estate investor as well? Sweet, I'm gonna give you all of these tips and break the whole business model down. This video is probably one of my highest value videos. So if you're not a basement dweller eating Doritos, looking for doomsday news all day, and you actually wanna make something of your life happen, you better watch this video. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, I was a millennial sold on the dream of home ownership. Probably like you if you're watching this. I mean, my boomer parents
drilled it into my head
that, dude, you gotta own a home, you gotta have the white picket fence, it has to have a yard for your kids to run around. And not only my parents, like teachers at the time were all saying this, the news, every TV show was about home ownership. From like the late 80s to the early 2000s, this was the message.
It's free real estate.
Own your own home. Renters are slobs. Yada, yada, yada. You gotta own a home. Now, the reason why I was so dialed in on this and sold the dream totally is because my parents didn't own a home until they were like 50 years old. So my entire childhood, we were renters and we were pretty financially strapped, if I should say. Layman's terms, we were pretty broke. And my parents would always tell me like, dude, you gotta own a home, okay? You can't be like us. You can't rent a house. We have no money. We have no net worth. You don't wanna be like us. You wanna own a home. Trust me. So this went on and on and on throughout all my teenage years, my early childhood, and it wasn't until I was about 16, 17 years old, and you're at that age thinking, okay, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, I'm almost done high school, college isn't for me, I fucking hate academics, what am I gonna do? And my dad was a carpenter, his dad was a carpenter, and I never thought about going into construction, but I was like, you know, time's ticking, I gotta figure out something. So I just went with it and became a carpenter right after high school, started my apprenticeship, and all I did was just consume HD TV shows. Obsessed with $1 Million Listing, Chad from 2004, dope, and Homes on Homes. Mike Holmes was like my fucking idol, dude. From like 17 to 23, Mike Holmes was my dude. And I was living at home until I was about 22, just making pretty good money. All my friends were in university, going into debt, blowing their money at fucking bars every weekend. All I was doing was working like 12 hours a day. And when I got home, I would just study Mike Holmes. Well, not only that, I would study real estate investing. Now, there's this big organization back then called RAIN, the Real Estate Investment Network, and Don Campbell was my fucking god. I just read all of his books. I joined RAIN. I went to all the conferences. That dude taught me everything I know. I literally owe everything that I have, everything that I know to RAIN, and probably specifically more so Don Campbell. So while being in my early 20s, saving all this money living at home, I finally scrounged up enough money to buy my first investment property, a small town home like down the street from where I lived in Kitchener, Ontario. It was such a good purchase. Quality city, quality neighborhood, it attracted quality tenants. And then 6 months later, Rachel and I, at 22 years old, bought our primary residence, also a townhome in that same complex. Talk about playing Monopoly, baby. This is back in 2010 when real estate investing wasn't cool.
But I had to come in and make this video to vent because I freaking hate New York landlords.
But I was fucking cool, right? My friends were like, yo, you're fucking crazy, you're balling. But here's the thing. I knew I was shit. Because I was going to these conferences, hanging out with 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds at the time, and these motherfuckers had hundreds of properties, and I only had 2. So I knew where this could go, but at that point, I was out of money. I spent all of my money on these 2 properties, and that was it. I was a carpenter, and at that point, a self-employed carpenter, having my own business, renovating for investors only in my local city, and I was only making like 40 grand a year. Again, at that time, 2012, being 22 years old, 40 grand a year was pretty good, but it wasn't good enough to buy more properties, that's for sure. So the banks were like, dude, you're done. We're not giving you shit. You can't qualify for nothing no more. Now, I was still going to these conferences, meeting people, learning from people, and all these guys on the stages at conferences were saying the only way to grow your business is joint ventures. You gotta raise money, use their money, buy the property, split it with them 50-50, whatever you gotta do, but you gotta partner with people. And being 22 and severely introverted at this point, I didn't have the confidence I have now, not even close. So the idea of getting joint ventures, speaking to people, selling myself, yeah, right. So I just figured, no way. I'm gonna do this on my own. There's gotta be a way where I can grow this business on my own because I know what I'm doing. I was very, very confident in my skills. Clearly, as a carpenter, and by this point, I finished my apprenticeship. I was a licensed tradesman. I finished my apprenticeship, had a lot of experience under my belt. So I was confident in myself, in my skills, and I was like, I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody telling me what to do. I'm just gonna do it myself. But here's the thing. Like 2-3 years went by, and I looked behind me, and I bought nothing. I haven't bought a property in 3 years. Meanwhile, I was renovating properties for investors. I was calling myself an investor. I was looking at Realtor.ca every day. I was wasting everybody's fucking time is what I was doing. And that's when I realized, all right, maybe now after 3 years of like doing nothing, maybe these speakers on stages talking about joint ventures, maybe they're onto something. Now, right before that, I became a realtor, also specializing with investors, because all my renovation clients were like, dude, you're way too good to be a carpenter. You have way too many skills. You understand the business of real estate investing. You should be a realtor, because I would love you to be a realtor. All my realtors know nothing about investing in this city. So I was like, well, I don't want to be a carpenter, that's for sure. So I became a realtor in 4 months. I slammed through all the courses, got my license, and became a realtor for investors. Now, the reason why this is important is because my broker of record, my boss essentially at Remax, was like, you got to have an office, you got to pay $1,000 a month and be in here and cold call and be at the open houses. And I was like, dude, I'm introverted. This is never going to work. There's got to be a better way. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of skills. I have a lot of confidence by this point in who I am and what I can deliver. But I got no money, dude. I got no money to spend on buses and bench ads and all the shit realtors do. It's so stupid marketing. And this was back in like 2013, by the way, when I became a realtor. And I knew, I had this gut feeling like I got to do social media. I got to do blogs. Now keep in mind, this was way back when this shit wasn't cool. YouTube was awful. Like the worst program. Nobody really cared about it. Instagram wasn't even a thing then, but I was posting videos on Facebook. I was posting videos on YouTube, teaching about real estate investing in my local area, just delivering value for the purpose of attracting realtor clients. So at the end of my videos, I was like, if you're looking for a realtor in Kitchener-Waterloo, call me at the end of my, 20-minute lesson on real estate investing. And it totally fucking worked. I got so many clients. Lots of realtors were like, dude, how are you doing this? You're 23 years old. You're a scrub. You're getting all these deals. You're making so much money. That's pretty crazy. How are you doing this? So I knew I was onto something. I just kept doubling down, getting clients, cool. But what ended up happening eventually is that people were messaging me being like, I don't want to just be your realtor client. Like, I just want to invest with you. How do I partner with you on deals? I don't want to do anything. I actually don't want to own rentals and deal with the tenants. I don't want to do any of that. You deal with it. I'll just bring the money. And I was like, really? You want to invest with 24-year-old little me? And they were like, yeah, let's do one deal. So I did one deal, smash success, killed it, obviously, because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Huge success. And I documented that success on YouTube. Dude, I just partnered with this guy, John. We bought this property. Here's the before. Here's the after. I can do that for you too. Essentially, I was making those videos one after the other. And then more people came in. Hey, cool. How do I partner with you? I got 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And that's how I bought 150 properties with none of my own money, just doing all free content videos on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Even LinkedIn and Twitter back in fucking 2014. I don't do that anymore, but that's what I was doing back then. Now, to get back to the intro of this video, that's essentially how I bought the free house and the free houses. See, you don't have to use your own money to buy a bunch of real estate or your own credit. In fact, it's too slow. So the mistake so many rookie investors make is thinking that they gotta save all the money to buy the next deal. And they can't buy anything else until they save the money, maybe refinance the first property to get the third, refinance again. Like, fuck that, dude. That's pussy baby strategies. It's too slow. I mean, it's way better than average for sure. You're way ahead of the average American or the average Canadian. But are you in this game to just be a little better than average? No, dude. We don't want to retire when we're 58. That's not cool. We want to have the ability to retire at 35. That's fucking cool. And then maybe you just full on retire by 50, whatever you want to do. But the only way you're going to get there is by partnering. So now I'm the guy on the stage telling you, you got to partner and focus on joint ventures. And you're probably watching this video going, now I can do it on myself. I know a guy who does it all by himself and blah, blah, blah. No, dude, no. I'm telling you right now, you cannot do it by yourself. In fact, I forbid you because it's not smart business. I mean, look at all the biggest, wealthiest investors, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all these motherfuckers still to this day borrow money to grow their business or invest in things. You think Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk needs to borrow money from John and Lucy and Sarah, the big investor? No, but they do it because it's smart ROI. It's smart business strategies. And so you got to start implementing as well and realizing that if you want to scale this thing quickly, you got to become a joint venture magnet and build a brand and build a business and raise money. I mean, I literally went from owning the 2 properties to owning like 30 properties in a matter of a year and a half once I started doing this heavy. There's no fucking way I would have bought 28 properties by saving my own money, refinancing property A, pulling money out of property B. Are you kidding me? No, that would have never have happened. And amateurs also think, well, 50%, I don't want to give 50%. Dude, 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. I'd rather have a piece of the pie than no pie at all. And that's the mistake so many people make. It's such a scarcity mindset to just cover up the fact that they're pussies and they can't grow this business and they have no confidence in themselves. That's what that really means when somebody says, I don't need partners, I don't need to do it. They have a scarcity mindset and they lack confidence. So because of this brand that I've built and how to buy all these properties, this is how I make over $100,000, over $400,000 like this property all the time on deals where I put none of my own money in. It's absolutely amazing. I am the expert. I have the knowledge and the value. I know how to buy deals and transform them and renovate them. And my partner knows none of that. But he's got money. He's got money in his home, on his home equity line of credit. Maybe he saved up money from his wicked job he's got. Awesome. But he's not a real estate investing expert like me. And that's the reality. And people are looking for people like that every single day. I'll tell you a little secret. After working with so many investors as a realtor, as a carpenter, as a social media influencer now, I can honestly tell you that like 90 to 95% of the people interested in real estate investing, and they're taking courses and they're reading books and they're going to conferences. Here's the secret. 90% of those people don't actually want to invest in real estate. They think they do. They think they have to go to the conferences and learn and get more confidence, and then one day they're gonna do it. They're never gonna do it. They're just not built for it. But doesn't mean they're not looking for people who are. They're always looking for A players to be like, that guy, that girl. They know exactly what they're doing. I'm never gonna know their knowledge. I'm done going to fucking conference after conference. I'm just gonna invest in them. There's so much money around this world and so many people looking for A players to partner with. So the not so secret is that you gotta become an A player. You gotta be a fucking savage. And here's the thing, if you're subscribed to the Fruitful channel, you're definitely a savage. You're different cut. You're not the normal citizen dicking around. Right? So here's the thing, I just fire hosed you and gave you a lot. You're probably overwhelmed. So here's the thing, check out the pinned comment below and get my free guides. Specifically the free guide on how I raise all this money. How I've raised $60 million, bought 150 properties with none of my own money, bought 150 properties with none of my own money, how I do this, how I post on social media every day, what I talk about, what kind of videos do I film. I'll give you all of that, dude, in the guide. It's very, very easy. You just gotta stop being a baby, pick up the camera, and just start shooting. Don't get focused on what stuff you gotta use this microphone, what lights do I gotta, dude, just get the iPhone out. Toss away your fucking Android in the garbage, by the way. Get your iPhone out, shoot some content about what you've done, show the houses that, hey, this is the kitchen I renovated, it used to look like this, now it looks like this. Learn how to use iMovie. So easy, and start recording some videos. Anyway, that's my message for you today. If you liked it, if you learned anything, it would be the biggest thank you if you can smash the like button, hit the subscribe button so you're in the know, and I'm gonna help you become a fucking multimillionaire, that is for sure. I will see you in the next video.